We are at Staples Center, downtown LA. Better than 18,000 on hand. The Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers getting ready to tip it off for Game 2 of our playoff doubleheader following the opening game win by the Lakers. The officials, Bennett Salvatore, Louis Grillo, Monty McCutcheon, Marcus Camby, Pau Gasol on the tip, and it's controlled by Denver's Carmelo Anthony. One change in the starting lineup for George Karl and the Nuggets, with Linus Claze started 13 games during the regular season, starting instead of Anthony Carter, and he takes the first shot, was off the rim and carries out of bounds, so the ball to the Lakers. A look at the starting lineups, and for the Lakers, Bryant, Fisher, Gasol coming off a sensational game, Odom and Radmanovic. Lamar Odom, who was spectacular in Game 1, facing the double team. Fisher trying to get it back down. It's played by Odom on the deflection. Shot clock to 1. Odom fires. Rebounded by Camby. Iverson met by Fisher. Iverson slipping it off to Martin, who is stripped. And back comes Fisher.
Good hands by Derek Fisher.
Lakers with a 2-0 lead.
I think with the adjustment lineups, this is going to be tough for Allen Iverson to stay with Derek Fisher. He's known for roaming. That's why he comes up with so many steals. But with a shooter like Derek Fisher, you have to always know where he's at on the floor.
Anthony putting the move on Radmanovic and is able to score on the reverse. Carmelo Anthony with a 30-point performance in the loss the other day. And here at the start, Claze guarding Odom. Radmanovic for 3. This past Sunday afternoon here in LA, Lakers beat the Nuggets 128-114. Iverson for 3. And it's kept alive by Martin, finding Anthony to lay it home.
Second shot opportunities right there. You're going to have to be able to box out. I think that's why George Karl went to the bigger lineup to try to crash the offensive glass, get some easy ones against this Laker team.
Lakers the other day shot 50% from the field, 33 assists on their 46 field goals. Odom missed the tip. And back comes Camby. Marcus Camby very quiet in Game 1. Anthony pulling it back, shooting over Radmanovic, and the long rebound is handled by Fisher.
And if I'm Radmanovic, that's exactly what I want. If I can force Carmelo Anthony into a tough jump shot, I've done my job.
Iverson pulling it back on Radmanovic, and then shoots over him. Yes. So the Nuggets with a 6-5 lead. Pau Gasol. This time being played head up by Marcus Camby. Here's Bryant's first attempt. And rebounded by Camby.
And Kobe's, he's not going to have to settle for a jump shot. He's going to have to take Martin off the dribble.
That pass behind Claze. So the ball back to the Lakers. Kobe only 9 of 26 from the field in Game 1. Kenyon Martin did an excellent job against Bryant, who came on strong in the second half, and Kenyon opens up against Kobe. They clear it out, and Bryant going glass.
You know, Kobe reminds me so much of Michael Jordan. When you have a bigger defender on them, you really got to make them bend their knees and try to drive them, take them off the dribble.
Oh, Claze got the step.
And that's the one thing that Phil Jackson was worried about, the insertion of Claze into the starting lineup. He's always given Kobe Bryant fits at the defensive end.
But Bryant right back for the Lakers. Claze has had some big games against the Lakers, and he came off the bench the other day, hit 9 of 13, including 3 threes for 23 points. Both clubs heating up. Iverson on a fadeaway landed on Eduardo Nahara on the Denver bench. Bryant stripped by Martin. It's a 3-on-2, and then Claze got down in a hurry, and the Lakers did not get back.
And you got to remember, Martin This is not new for him to be guarding Kobe Bryant. He guarded him a few years back when he was with the New Jersey Nets when they reached the finals. He's guarding Chris Paul this year, Baron Davis, Darren Williams. He says he can guard 1 through 5. It doesn't matter.
Martin at the time in his rookie season with the Nets. Here's Gasol, hit from behind. Anthony came over to help. And Gasol will go to the line. Now, what do the Nuggets have to do to get back into this series?
Well, there's 3 things the Nuggets have to do if they want to be golden. They've got to clog the middle. I think the insertion of Klaiza is going to help, especially when Camby goes over the rotate. They need the zone diet. Right now they're in man-to-man, but if they can go to a zone-and-1 on Kobe Bryant or a 3-2, that will help. And they've got to spread the wealth. When the Nuggets get 29-plus assists, they're 22-3. In Game 1, only 20 assists.
Pau Gasol, after missing the first, so hits 1 of 2. Coming up on 8 p.m. here in Southern California, we welcome you back, and it's time now for the Gatorade Around the Cooler Report. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, Marv, George Karl took a page out of Phil Jackson's coaching book tonight. He put together a movie which he showed the team just moments before they took the floor. He took video from the martial arts sensation on YouTube, Kimbo Coles. He had his video coordinator, Jack Murphy, then splice that together with video of the team in Game 1 playing very porous and soft defense. You had shots of Kimbo Coles taking on everybody, and then his defense letting them move easily down the lane. I talked to some of the players who thought it was a great idea. They enjoyed it. The message, hey, it's not about X's and O's. This has got to be physical. Let's take it to the street.
And as you say, Craig, it's right out of the pages of Phil Jackson, who did it in his days with the Chicago Bulls and has continued with the LA Lakers. He will intersperse clips of various movies. In fact, he has done it for this first round series with Best in Show. Odom way off on that shot, and it's gathered in by Anthony. Lost his balance. Crowd wanted a traveling violation. Phil Jackson using Best in Show for comedic purposes as he puts it together with basketball highlights. Also throws in some shots from the Knicks of the early 70s. Nice move by Carmelo. Anthony wants to show the good transition and all the good teamwork on the part of the Knicks, and tries to entertain the team at the same time.
Well, that's a comedic effort. What is George Karl thinking with a little rub down UFC as Fisher knocks down a 20-footer? What is his mentality? A little bit of a drama?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
In fact, back to that subject, as Camby is not able to hit on the standing one-hander, and it's rebounded by Clay. So let's check in again with Craig.
Well, Marv, in case you haven't checked out the video on YouTube, it is Kimbo Slice. I may have gotten a little confused that report by having Bimbo Coles and Kimbo Slice together. It may have sounded like I said Bimbo Coles, but it was Kimbo Slice, the great street fighter. I don't want him mad at me.
We talk about Bimbo all the time, you know. Foul is called on Odom, an honest mistake, but the correction was made.
I don't like Craig getting all scared because he thinks Kimbo Slice is going to come after him. Where do you think he's going to meet you on the road one of these times?
No, I thought he meant Bimbo Coles was coming after him.
Oh, I thought he thought Kimbo Slice was coming after him. But he got his name wrong. Don't be scared, Craig. Don't be scared.
Nuggets up by 5. It's a Denver team that won 50 games, 50 and 32 in the regular season, finishing as the number 8 seed. And for Denver, their 5th straight postseason appearance. However, they have been eliminated in the first round the last 4 years. Last season, lost to San Antonio in 5. They won Game 1, then lost 4 in a row. The Nuggets have not won an opening round series since they, as Kobe Bryant has shown the hot hand, he has 6 points. Since Denver upset Seattle 3-2 back in 1994, a Sonic team that was coached by George Karl. The box out by Gasol, and it's deflected out, but last touch by Gasol.
And Powell is pleading his case with official Bennett Salvatore because he felt either he was fouled by Camby coming over the top or Camby knocked the ball out of bounds. Might have a point there.
Denver maintains possession. Fisher digging in on Iverson. Asking for the pick. Anthony for 3. Camby with the follow. Nice move as he was able to get inside. So Marcus Camby with his first field goal.
Well, the Nuggets are third in points in the paint. They average 46 a game. Tonight, they have that advantage 12-2 right now over the Lakers. Second shot opportunities.
Foul committed by Kenyon Martin.
And those are cheap fouls that Martin does not need when you're going against a Kobe Bryant, because he's going to have to save those fouls, but he's going to be the primary defender on Kobe all night.
And they clear it out for Bryant, although Anthony comes over to help. Kobe able to slice his way through.
And that can't happen, because right now that's exactly what Martin wants to do. Force him into the help, which would be Camby. Camby has to rotate over early to help on the defensive end.
Plays and coughed it up. Here comes Bryant. Terrific start for Kobe Bryant. 5 for 7 from the field. 10 points. George Karl wants to talk. Timeout Denver.
Kobe Bryant, when you're going against a taller defender, like I said, you want to be able to take him off the dribble. He splits 2 Nuggets right there for the finish, and then the steal, Lamar Odom finds his wingman on the wing, and this is how you finish if you're Triple Ocho.
I think the main reason for myself, why it would be special is, I've always said that the MVP voting nowadays is different than it used to be. I think early 90s and the 80s, it was more of an individual award. And I think, now it's become more about the team success, and it's directly tied to your team success and how well you elevate your teammates. And, for me, it's always been, criticism, that my critics have had of me is that I don't make my teammates better. So, for me to be nominated in that, in the breath of an MVP or to potentially win an MVP would mean a lot.
And the MVP vote will be announced later on in the playoffs. And that's a good point by Kobe. The feeling of who becomes MVP, at least how it is interpreted by the voters, has changed as Anthony goes off the back of the rim. It is now more toward the team concept as Fisher is fouled. Luke Walton has come on, and for Denver, Eduardo Nahara has checked in.
Well, I disagree with that statement a little bit, because I think it's always been about the team game, because if it wasn't, Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson would have won it every single year, because they've been the most talented players over the last 20, 25 years. But what I like about Kobe and what has transpired, because everything that went down during the summer about him throwing Mitch Kupchak and Jerry Buss, as well as Andrew Bynum underneath the bus, wanting to be traded, and then he comes in the training camp and puts everything and squashes behind him and says it's all about the team, and they end up with the #1 seed in a tough Western Conference with incredible numbers. That's why he's going to be the MVP.
Foul is on Walton. Well, there were 2 factors that certainly led to this particular stage. First of all, Andrew Bynum emerged and made Kobe into a believer. Then Andrew Bynum was injured, goes down, and Mitch Kupchak pulls off the steal of the year by acquiring Pau Gasol. Here's Kleza, plus guys like Jordan Farmar and Sasha Vujacic have come very far. Walton had it knocked away, able to recover, and rebounded by Anthony. So there are a number of factors that have led to where the Lakers and Kobe have come at this point of the season, as Iverson is able to connect to give the Nuggets a 24-22 lead.
And also, at the end of the day, Kobe has trusted and believed in his teammates. And you can't really say that Kobe has done that over the last few years, but he has.
Oh, Bryant with the bucket and the foul. So Kobe's hit on his last 6 shots, and you may recall at the start of the year, Kobe's comments about Mitch Kupchak were not on the favorable side. And yesterday, he's quoted in the Denver Post saying that, well, Mitch, general manager of the Lakers, believed in the draft picks he made. He had patience, so he goes from an F to an A+.
Well,
there you go.
Well, of course he believed in him. He needed his best player to believe in him. And I think this year, Kobe has shown the patience to believe in his teammates.
Well, it was kind of an in-progress scenario.
From an F to an A? Head of the list? The dean's list?
I don't know, as Kobe was charting GMs around the NBA. Here's Iverson again, so the Nuggets now lead 26-25. 8 points for Iverson, and he's opened up hitting 4 of his first 6 shots.
30 points in game 1. You don't want the answer to get going early on in this game.
Bryant draws the foul. The tip by Odom will not count. Allen Iverson also very frustrated at the end of game 1. Foul is on Nahara. Iverson hit with 2 technicals. He checked it. He said he deserved it. And as you mentioned, did score 30 on 11 for 24 from the field. A look at the national TV playoff schedule. Tomorrow on NBA TV, Game 3 between the Magic and Raptors starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday on ESPN2, Game 3 of the Pistons and the Sixers. Detroit coming back earlier tonight with a 17-point win over the 76ers. And Friday on ESPN, a pair of Game 3s, Hornets, Mavs, Spurs, Suns. Sunday on ABC, Game 4 of the Cavaliers and Wizards, followed by Game 4 of the Spurs and the Suns. Earlier this evening here on TNT, Iverson kept alive by Nahara, lays it home. Celtics wallop the Hawks 96-77, so Boston takes a 2-0 lead.
And Kobe Bryant understands he has J.R. Smith, and there's no way J.R. Smith is going to be able to stay with Kobe Bryant. It's a big difference from Kenyon Martin and J.R. Smith.
J.R. coming on in game 1 and was defending on Kobe and had a tough time in the second half. Here is Smith pulling it back, went between the legs and lays it home.
And that's one thing J.R. Smith is known for, instant offense off the bench.
Jordan Farmar on the floor for the first time. Pass for Gasol and a foul. Late whistle, but Powell head to the line. Took the shot on the wrist.
Well, J.R. Smith's doing a good job. Like we said, instant offense. He does a good job of through the legs, split in 2 Lakers for the lane. And right here, you know, Coach Jackson said, look, you know, Powell's a big weapon for us. You know, when you throw the ball up to the rim there and he raises his arms, he's like 9.5 feet tall. So that's an advantage for us when he's down low and he plays big.
And the Lakers counted out 7 slam dunks by Powell, 7 out of his 14 field goals the other day. And he was facing Marcus Camby, the Defensive Player of the Year last season, although Marcus was more on the help side at the defensive end. Traveling violation. And Iverson upset.
Nice job there by Jordan Farmer. I didn't think Allen Iverson knew that Farmer was behind him, kind of snuck up behind him, and when he turned around, he kind of caught hand in the cookie jar.
Final minute of this first quarter. Bryant shooting over Nahara. He is on fire. 17 points, 7 of 9 shooting. He's made his last 7 shots. The game is tied at 30. Lead pass for Camby, who was tripped up.
Well, didn't Coach Carl, especially during shoot-around in yesterday's practice while he took them back to Denver, emphasize the defensive end? Well, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. There's 30 points for the Lakers. And I don't know how much teaching he was doing, but you can't give 30 points to the Lakers.
Laser fell down. Here's Bryant for 3. A 20-point first quarter for Kobe Bryant. Lakers do have a foul to give.
Kobe was 2 of 10 in that first half against Denver in game 1.
And then he came back strong in the second half, but he's come out on fire. Iverson was fouled with 6 seconds remaining in the first.
Well, I'm not quite sure that he was supposed to get the ball here. He advances the ball ahead to Luke Walton. Plays it, kind of just trips in front of Luke. The ball inadvertently goes to Bryant, who is behind the 3-point line, just laces it up. Iverson
did not shoot well at the line in game 1. 7 of 13 from the foul line.
And 14 free throws is too many for a team. They shot 37 of them. You want the volume, which is nice, but you've got to shoot better than that.
Yes, 23 of 37 the other day. 1 point lead for the Lakers. And they'll look to get it up court in a hurry. Down to 4, 3, 2. Farmar got it off and was rejected. Camby coming out to greet the shot. That's his second block of the first quarter. So good start with the Lakers and the Nuggets involved in a 1-point game. Both clubs shooting well. Nuggets at 56%. Lakers just under 50.
Well, Coach, you thought your team was playing soft defense in game one. You showed them a video with Kimbo Slice. How would you evaluate their toughness here in the first quarter?
Well, Kobe had a hell of a quarter, and I think we survived it. And I think on the road, you got to survive some things like that. And I think we're playing harder than we played the other night. I think we're okay.
You gave Kenyon Martin a rest. Next thing you know, Kobe has 20 points in the first quarter. Can you afford to give Kenyon another rest?
Probably not. I'm hoping that Phil gives Kobe a rest.
I think so.
All right, Craig, second quarter is underway. Here is Walton for 3. Yes. Well, we went to the record books. The Laker playoff record, most points in a quarter. And Kobe falls too shy of Elgin Baylor, who scored 22 back in March of '61. Oh, a strong move by Smith. And the Lakers now have a 36-34 lead. And George Karl going with Nene, who has recovered from surgery. Sat out the last 6 games with a strained groin. Lamar Odom continues the hot shooting for the Lakers. Nene did dress for game 1, but did not play. George said he would use him some here tonight. Smith way off. Rebound Nene and a foul as Odom tried to tie him up.
Well, and I'm convinced, really, that both of these two teams really don't want to play any defense tonight. And I think the first one who really commits to the defensive end is going to have the advantage.
DJ Benga coming on for Pau Gasol. Benga playing despite a rib injury suffered in practice the other day. Anthony Carter come on for the first time. Usually in the starting lineup, now in the backcourt with Iverson, Nahara, Nene, and Smith on the front line. Shot clock to 3. Smith, yes.
And Vucevic just couldn't have played him any better than that. You make the guy go baseline. Tough jumper.
Here's the double team on Walton. We are seeing some signs of defense there, but the Lakers take advantage, and Benga was able to slam it.
Well, no Turia inactive for tonight's game because of the sore throat. Benga's going to play vital minutes because of his size.
And that's a jump ball.
Well, something that's been very rare in this game tonight, some passing. There, Lamar Odom finding Benga underneath for the easy dunk.
DJ Benga signed as a free agent. Spent 3 years with Dallas, with Golden State earlier this season. And as you mentioned, is seeing some minutes here to spell Pau Gasol with Ronny Turia. Played only 3 minutes in game 1. And Ronny, a valuable guy off the bench because of his energy, but been under the weather with that sore throat.
Well, I'm curious to see how many minutes for George Karl Nene is going to be able to play. As we said, we missed all those regular season games, didn't play in game 1 because of the cancer and because of the knee and the groin. How many minutes, valuable, tough minutes, is he going to be able to play in the playoffs?
Steps out on Odom, and he draws the foul. It's on Nene. Nene has had all kinds of injury issues, missed 27 games last year, played only 1 game 2 years ago. It's a non-shooting foul.
But he's a big body, and that's what was missing in game 1 for them, that inside presence. He takes up space.
Goes 6'11", 260. Farmar open for 3 and way off. Benga able to chase it down. And another possession for the Lakers. There's Walton backing Carter. And this time Benga reaching over, committing the foul.
But you got to remember, in game 1, when Anthony Carter started, Radmanovich for the Lakers got in early foul trouble. Luke Walton came in, and it was Carter's job to guard Walton. And that's exactly what Walton did, was back him down and got some easy chippies. That's one thing that Phil Jackson is going to try and do, is try to exploit that matchup if Anthony Carter is going to continue to guard Luke Walton.
Iverson pops it out. They try to swing it. Denver maintains possession. Anthony Carter at 6'2", and Luke Walton about 6'8". In fact, Walton defending on Carter. Iverson fourth three. Benga doing a nice job, able to rebound. Farmar and Vujacic in the backcourt with Benga, Odom, Walton up front. Offensive foul, says Louis Grillo. So the ball back to Denver.
Well, AI doing a good job of fronting Luke Walton down low. Luke kind of got caught pushing off, trying to go to the rim. But speaking with Coach Carl before the game, he doesn't mind the quick shots, but they just can't be long shots. He doesn't mind if you drive one time and kick it out to someone, but you just can't come down and just pull up a shot.
Today comes up short. Well, there you see it right there.
It's too many quick shots. They're not even moving the ball from side to side.
Benga feeling a little confident there. One-handed by Walton. Back comes Smith. Ran it to his own man, Nahara. Phil Jackson, on the other hand, telling us that he told his players, you're going to get your shots. There's no reason to rush. Iverson try to get it inside. Benga stepped in the path. Odom saw the opening, pops it out. Vujacic. Oh, got the very friendly rim on the three-pointer.
Instant offense for the Lakers off the bench.
Denver takes a timeout. Last night, Dwight Howard, 29 and 20, the first player in nearly 40 years to come up with consecutive playoff games with at least 20 and 20. The last, Nate Thurmond of the Warriors. That was back in 1969.
I think the face of this league looks pretty good in the future with all these young players. Deron Williams playing fantastic, as well as Boozer for the Utah Jazz.
Denver able to swing it. That's a three-point attempt by Anthony. Nahara to the offensive glass. Lost it. Recovered by Smith. Nahara for three. Way short.
Are you kidding me? George Karl cannot be happy on the shot selection for the Nuggets.
Kobe Bryant is back on the floor following that 20-point burst in the first quarter. Here's Kobe. Making 9 consecutive for Kobe Bryant.
There's absolutely no way, as hard as J.R. Smith plays him defensively, Kobe can just shoot over him, and he's too quick for him on the perimeter.
He is in rhythm with that jump shot. In contrast to the first half the other day, Anthony trying to draw the foul. Here comes Bryant. It's a 4-on-2. Bryant for Farmar to the reverse. Lakers opening up an 11-point lead, a 9-0 run for Los Angeles. 22nd timeout taken by Denver. Kobe Bryant right back to it after the 20 points in the first quarter. 22 now. Does George Karl come back here with Kenyon Martin?
Well, I would. He only has one foul. He has the size and the length to somewhat disrupt Kobe. You're not going to stop Kobe Bryant when he's getting in the groove like this, but at least he's going to fight him a little bit more. No resistance whatsoever out here for the Nuggets on the defensive end.
Foul committed by Radmanovich. So Nene is getting a run, making his first appearance after he did dress for the game on Sunday, but did not play.
And again, maybe Coach Karl is just trying to weather the storm and go the whole second half with Martin on him.
Carmelo Anthony, the only starter on the floor for the Nuggets. He now has 8 points. 47-38 Lakers. Bryant is fouled by Nahara. Try to front him. It's a non-shooting foul. As we touched on earlier, Elgin Baylor with 22 points in a quarter in a playoff game holds the Laker franchise record, and Kobe fell 2 points shy. And that apparently stepped out of bounds.
Well, that 22nd timeout that Coach Carl took, he took J.R. Smith off of Kobe and put the bigger Nahara on him. Like I said, it looks like the game plan for these first two games is to try to put size on Kobe Bryant.
George Karl telling us earlier that he felt that his team never got into the spirit of the intensity of the game in game one. And let's see, a defensive three is called on the Lakers, so Anthony will shoot the tee. Appeared to be on DJ Benga. Karl saying, I didn't think we matched the playoff intensity of the Lakers in game number one. I thought they were sky high here, at least until Kobe went to work.
Well, there was a few things that kind of led up maybe to the Lakers breaking away. That breakaway where he inadvertently or advertently, depending on who you speak with, kind of elbowed Anthony Carter. That kind of got the crowd into it, and it kind of got Kobe going a little bit as well.
Here is Nene. Famar putting a move on Carter, then throws back to Vujicic. Bryant, yes! An extraordinary shooting performance by Kobe Bryant, who has now hit on his last 10 shots. And he got the call. It's foul is a blocking. A blocking foul on Benga. That's his second as the Lakers now take a time.
More assists on 17 field goals, and I think that's what Coach Carl is talking about. They're coming down one pass and jump shot. He likes to see more action with Carter and possibly J.R. Smith taking the ball off the dribble, getting into the lane, trying to create some offense that way. But you're not going to beat the Lakers just for settling for jump shots.
And this is a Denver team that was third in the league in assists. That's because of their style of play. Obviously, you're going to pick up a high number of assists when you're averaging 110 points a game and you're second in scoring.
And you also have two players that are averaging 27 and 28 points respectively. So you're going to get a lot of high turnover assists for your ball club.
Al Gasol is checked back in along with Derek Fisher. Fisher is wide open, but passed on the shot. Radmanovic takes it for three, and it's tipped back to Carter. J.R. Smith off to a good start, 3 of 5 from the field, but hands to Carmelo Anthony.
He just said it in the timeout. Move the basketball. One pass, jump shot.
Denver 0 for 9 from beyond the line.
And now they're in the matchup zone, it looks like. But look, they're going to be careful where Kobe Bryant is. He's going to draw a lot of attention.
And he does from both Nene and Carter. Then the pass floats away. Recovered by Odom, fires with the shot clock rolling down. And it is a 24-second violation. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig?
Mark Reggie was talking about the rest that Kenyon Martin was getting. That is his normal rest. The last 3 minutes of the first period and then the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Unfortunately, during those 8 minutes that he was gone, Kobe scored 15 of his 25 points. But George wants to keep his minutes to 35 or less, so he's fresh in the second half.
And Kobe has hit his last 10 shots. He has 25 points. Anthony backing his way. Rebounded by Gasol. Again, the double on Kobe. Opens it up for Odom. Has a clear path.
Too many lanes, too many avenues that the Lakers can take. Because the Nuggets, are they in a man-to-man? Are they in a zone? Are they in a box and one? I think they're not even sure while they're out here. They're not on the same page here.
Ball was knocked away. Recovered, though, by Smith. He goes 1-on-2 and draws the foul. Smith was hacked. He will go to the line. Foul on Odom. That is his third. And this July, the #1 cable series of all time returns to TNT. get a confession with Kira Sedgwick as the closer. Watch new episodes beginning this July on TNT. We know drama. I know you want to say it's very funny, but it does not fit.
Well, I have a confession that the closer would be proud of. Who out here is going to step up for the Nuggets and take the challenge to guard Kobe Bryant? There's got to be someone. I know Kenyon Martin, he's that guy because he's guarded him before, and he struggled in game 1. But now they're back in the zone, and there's going to be so many avenues as they come up with the turnover right there.
Trying to figure out the tie-in with the confession of the closer. Wait a moment. Smith does not get the hop. Rebounded by Walt, directing traffic, looking for Bryant. Bryant was well covered by Smith. And away from the ball, a battle between Gasol and Anthony. And the foul is on Anthony. Got caught down low on Gasol, and Carmelo collects his third. And he'll take a seat. 4 of 11, 9 points for Anthony. Kleza is back. Linus Kleza, who started the game, coming off the good shooting performance off the bench in game 1. Fisher. Rebounded by Camby. Iverson bet on a switch, and now played by Fisher. Good job defensively here by the Lakers, but Smith takes to the rim. He can do it one-on-one. J.R. Smith with 10 points.
Talented player offensively. I wish he'd showed that much energy on the defensive end.
Last touch by the Nuggets. And the Lakers take a timeout with just under 3 minutes to play. Nice inbounds pass, and then Radmanovic gets it to Gasol. Came up short. It's a 7-point Laker lead with 2:40 remaining in this first half. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, and Craig Sager from Los Angeles. Martin off the mark, and a foul. It is on Kleza reaching in. Non-shooting foul right here. Let's check in with Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studio. Thank you very much, Ernie. And I've been working on some additional moves as Kobe Bryant finally misses a shot after hitting on his previous 10. Here's Martin. Kenyon Martin getting good position. So that brings the Nuggets within 5. Lakers have led by as many as 11. Little spurt here by Denver with 6 unanswered.
Yeah, and Kmart is too strong for Radmanovic down low.
Radmanovic with the three-pointer. That's his second from downtown. Hit 2 the other day. Iverson got the step. And apparently Pau Gasol took a poke in the eye away from the play.
Well, that's Powell's help over there. Derek Fisher sends AI baseline. You're expecting the big to come over and help.
Powell gets inside, good position. It has not been the same scenario here for Powell. Kleza tried to bang it off the foot of Bryant, and he did succeed. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Marv, we showed Kanye West. Not only is he a fan here tonight, but he's affecting the playoff schedule. His sold-out concert in Denver at the Pepsi Center Sunday means that these two teams have to play on a Saturday and a Monday. So he'll be traveling with us for games 3 and 4, and I want to know if you want to go to this concert on Sunday.
I tell you, after Soldier Boy, I'm ready.
Oh, what a turn of events for Pau Gasol. 36 points, 16 rebounds in game 1. He's 1 of 5 tonight, 4 points.
Iverson looked like Fisher got a piece of it. Rebounded by Martin. And it carries out of bounds. The ball to the Lakers. Pau Gasol saying after that performance in game one. Usually he does not get that many open looks under the basket. Fisher. Yes.
Talk about open looks right there. There's so many open looks and gaps in this zone. Just move the basketball and be patient.
Glazer with a hard driving move, and he is fouled. And he's shaken up, as you can see.
Well, it looks like it's his right arm as he was going in for that layup. It's a good hard foul by Pau Gasol. You never want the ball to get up. Make sure the guy cannot get an and one. Glazer does a good job driving the basketball. And there's Pau just making sure that the ball does not get above his waist. And that's what you want. Send the guy to the free throw line and make him earn it. I don't know if it was him coming down on his arm or him hitting the floor. He looked like he might have hit his funny bone on the floor.
Last couple of years, Lennis Glazer has had some big moments. Earlier this season, had a career-high 41. George Karl saying that Glazer scored the 41 on a combination of energy and intensity. And in game one, 9 of 13, hit 3 threes, 23 points. He's had some good games in the past against the Lakers. Comes up off the mark on both shots. 45 seconds to go in this first half. Bryant for 3. And the long rebound headed by Bottom. Oh, he wanted to shoot. Phil Jackson was saying no, no, and now he fires one.
He's still saying no, no. Well, see what happens when you make 10 shots in a row. If you're Kobe Bryant, you're starting to fall in love with that jump shot. He was aggressive early, taking the ball to the basket.
Here's Martin. Rebounded by Fisher. And he has Walton ahead of the field. Down to 13 seconds to play. In the half, the Lakers have a 10-point lead. So Iverson walking it up, holding for a final shot of this first half. And takes it. Glazer not able to tip it home. Lakers by 10 at halftime. They shoot 47%, 17 assists on 23 field goals. Kobe Bryant, 10 of 15 from the field, 25 points. At one stretch, he hit 10 consecutive shots. Let's go to Craig Sager with Kobe.
Well, Kobe, in game one, you said you wanted to start out as a decoy, but tonight, nothing like that at all. 20 points in the first quarter, 2 off the all-time Lakers playoff record. What was the difference?
Well, I knew they were going to make adjustments, so it was important for me to let them know if they want to play single coverage, I can still attack the basket, put points on the board, and just want to put the defense in a position where they have to make choices.
Kenyon Martin's their best single one-on-one defender. When he comes out of the game and you have J.R. Smith or somebody else on you, what's your mentality? What do you do?
Same thing as when Kenyon's in the game. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right, thanks a lot. Well, Marv, George Karl said that Kobe Bryant is taking some very tough shots. He said, I thought our defense was fairly good. He said he's just making a lot of tough shots. He does not see the need to double him quite yet. He said he'll continue to let Kenyon Martin play as long as he can one-on-one. As for the fact that his team is 0 for 10 from threes, he goes, listen, I thought 9 of the 10 were pretty good shots. The only thing I need to do is to have his team understand that they have to penetrate and pass the ball more because you can't have 5 assists on 20 field goals.
All right, thank you, Craig. Laker ball as we get underway in this third quarter. Radmanovich was off. Iverson and Glazer at the guards. Camby, Anthony, and Martin up front. Oh, good job by Fisher coming up with the steal. Here's the lead for Bryant, broken up by Martin.
Nice hands there by Derek Fisher. You want to get down into the gaps, get into the passing lanes, rather to come over the deflections or steals.
Those of you with us in the second quarter saw Lennis Glazer hit the deck on a driving shot. Here's Gasol. Nice pass. Odom comes up short, and it's deflected out. Last touch by Odom. And Klaiser landed on his elbow. We're told it was a hyperextended right elbow, but he is okay. He got up, went to the foul line, and he is on the floor right here at the start of the third quarter. Martin. Anthony and I would have put it down. Canby. He had a good opportunity. So 2 follow-ups go astray. And the Lakers set up. Odom for Gasol. Backs it on Canby. Oh, it's rejected. It's a goaltending.
You know, both of these players have similar length. Marcus Camby is long. Pau Gasol is long. Good job there by Pau, kind of using that shoulder fake to get it up quicker than Marcus Camby could get up.
Pau listed at 7 foot. And Camby right around 6'11", 7. Anthony to the step back. And the Nuggets not able to get going here in the third. Camby on the recovery. Nice move by Marcus Camby.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated by the officials. Monty McCutcheon, he thought he was fouled on that. Nice effort there by Derek Fisher to save it.
Only the second field goal for Camby, but he has 13 rebounds and 2 blocked shots. Martin with the steal on the pass from Bryant. Here's a 3-on-2. Klaiser. That was a tough pass to handle from Iverson.
And he almost lost it while he was going up. Now remember, the Nuggets are #1 in the league in steals. They average 9 a game.
And they're second in turnovers forced, third in assists, but not clicking in any of those categories. Here's Bryant from downtown, an off-balance shot to give the Lakers a 64-53 lead.
And that's a mistake by Martin right there. He was helping off of nice alley-oop by Camby.
As Martin is able to put it down on that lead from Camby.
And we said, we had a game earlier, anyone can throw alley-oops on this team. Marcus Camby, Martin, Carmelo, these big guys are all good at finding out each other for alley-oops.
Gasol not able to reach that lead thrown by Odom. Lakers up by 9. It's game 2 of the best of 7. This past Sunday afternoon here at Staples, Lakers beat the Nuggets, scoring 128 points. Allen Iverson, Nuggets beginning to show some signs. Here comes Bryant, dishes to Gasol, and he's fouled. Bryant to the crossover, then nice feed for Gasol. He got him on a hop. Lakers open up a 10-point lead once again.
And nice dish there by Kobe Bryant, finding a cutting Pau Gasol down the lane.
3.5 in. Third quarter. Here's Anthony digging baseline. 11 points for Carmelo, who's not been able to get into his rhythm. Just 5 of 14 from the field. Foul is called on Martin. That's 3 on Kenyon Martin.
Well, right here, I thought he had the jump shot, but he does a good job of setting up Pau for the little dish down, easy layup. And these were the kind of chippies that Pau was getting in game 1 en route to 36 points.
14 field goals in game 1, 14 of 20. And 7 slam dunks out of the 14 field goals. Iverson not able to shake Radmanovich. Anthony for 3. Carmelo Anthony hitting from downtown. And for the Nuggets, their first three-pointer. They had missed their previous 11.
Remember, this is a very potent offensive team.
And for the first time, feeling comfortable at the offensive end. Fisher off the mark, but it's kept alive. Bryant. Radmanovich for 3. Rebounded by Martin. Wheels it ahead. Iverson. That's by Fisher. Here's Martin. Anthony. And he'll head to the line.
Well, he felt that he was fouled on the initial fast break by Radmanovic, but he didn't get the call. I like how he stood with the offensive rebounding, and we said this team can put up points. Second in the league, averaging 110 points a night during the regular season.
Carmelo Anthony averaging just under 26 for the season. That's fourth in the league, career high 7 rebounds. Foul was called on Odom, his fourth. And now here is Luke Walton coming on for Lamar Odom. Not able to get into it at this point, just 2 of 8 for Odom, but does have 6 assists. This is the closest the Nuggets have been since early second quarter. Lakers have led by as many as 12. It is now a 4-point game, a 7-0 run put together by Denver.
Well, and Kobe has 28 points, and the next person closest to him is Powell with 9 points.
Bryant for 3. Plays it, able to hustle it down. And Camby moves it across. Camby going right at Gasol and draws the foul.
And there was nothing that Powell could do right there. You got to remember, Marcus Camby is 7 feet. Running the point right here. I know Magic Johnson's over there in the corner saying, wait a minute, I invented this. Point guard being 6'9".
So Camby to the line for the first time, a 71% free throw shooter. There is the Magic Man. Marcus Camby has had another stellar season, averaging 9 points, 13 rebounds, second in rebounding to Dwight Howard of Orlando, averaged nearly 4 blocks a game, leading the league for the 3rd straight year. Defensive Player of the Year last season, in the mix again this year. Kevin Garnett taking the honor. That announcement made yesterday. It's a 1-point Laker lead, so the Nuggets getting right back into it.
And they fall back into this zone now, 2-3 zone matchup. You recognize where the shooters are.
Bryant now played by Klaiser. Here's Fisher for 3. Klaiser and Camby combining to take it away. Iverson going all the way, and it's called for a charge.
AI took it just a second further than he should have. I thought he had Carmelo Anthony wide open on the left-hand side. Whenever the defender commits to you, that's when you got to give up the basketball. Derek Fisher's just waiting for him.
Only the first foul committed by Iverson. Walton. Radmanovic. And the steal by Iverson. Took it out of the hands of Walt. Leads Klaiser. The Nuggets have come from 12 back and lead by 1.
And they're getting it done with their defense. Like we said, #1 in steals. Allen Iverson has always been in the top 10 in steals throughout his career.
The last 8 possessions, Lakers 0 for 6 from the field, 2 turnovers, have not scored. An 11-0 run for the Nuggets, and a friendly rim for Luke Walton. Lakers lead 69-68. Iverson. Good hands by Kenyon Martin to get to that pass.
And if you're Luke Walton, if you don't get that, that's exactly what's going to happen on the back end of that. You got to be sure if you're going to gamble for steals.
Coming up on 5 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Here's Fisher open. Derek Fisher with his 4th field goal. He has 10 points in all. So this one is seesawed. Lakers by 1, and then Iverson is hit. Foul on Fisher.
Well, AI has always been a magician when he's on that baseline. He's on the tightrope right there, and if you're Luke Walton, you have to be absolutely sure that you're able to get this pass. He gambles, misses, easy dunk for Martin.
Iverson now 2 of 3 at the line. Allen Iverson in his 12th NBA season, a 4-time scoring champ, 8-time All-Star. Once again led the league in minutes played. Hates to come out of the game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a player like Allen Iverson at his size and what he can do on the floor. He's so durable, he's tough, he plays hurt. That's a broken finger ring, broken ring finger, playing through it.
Lakers trying to locate a good shot. Shot clock is to 4. Here's Bryant, got the step. Oh, what a pass. That counts in the foul. Bryant with 1 on the shot clock, able to get it down low to Walton. And Luke will head to the line. The foul on Camby.
Kobe doing a good job of getting into the lane right here, finding a wide open Luke Walton. If you're going to go against the zone, you've got to be able to penetrate the gaps.
Well, Luke Walton coming off a strong game the other day, 16 points, 5 assists. Comes up with a 3-point play. The Lakers are up by 3. They've led by as many as 12. Denver coming back here in the third. They led briefly. Walton knocked it away, but Martin recovered. Oh, look out. That is last touch by Fisher. He's trying to get the call, but he deflected it out. Denver with 8 on the shot clock. Down to 3. Glazer reaching over and is called for the foul.
And Kobe Bryant doing an excellent job of blocking out on Lennox Glazer right there. You want to put your body 6'8", 250 Glazer, but you got to sacrifice your body.
Third foul on Glazer.
Now the matchup zone. Either pump fake, ball fake, penetrate, try to get into the gaps.
Lakers have 14 on the 24. Earlier tonight, Detroit tied up the series with Philadelphia after that stunning win by the Sixers in Detroit in game 1, 105-88 final score. Ramonovich gets inside. Another assist for Bryant. Rip Hamilton led the way, 20 points for the Pistons. How about Andre Iguodala? 1 of 9 for the field, 4 points. And Boston with the walloping of Atlanta, 96-77. They take a 2-0 lead.
Well, this is really how Kobe started game 1, getting everyone involved. He just so happened to be hot in game 2. He goes up for the jump shot. He garnishes a lot of attention, but Ramonovich does a good job of going back door.
Eduardo Najera has come on now for Kenyon Martin. Martin leads with 10 points. Glazer on the move. Too much so. Call for the travel. Three and a half left in the third. Lakers trying to extend to a 2-0 lead. Series will head back to the Mile High City for game 3 on Saturday afternoon. That's last touch by Denver, while the Nuggets hoping to tie things at 1 apiece.
Well, this is a game they definitely is winnable for them.
Well, they have certainly had their problems here at Staples. Gasol extends to a 78-71 lead. The Lakers have won 10 of the last 11 here at the Staples against the Nuggets. 15 of 17 overall since this building opened up. Anthony, yes. So Carmelo shooting well here in the third quarter. He now has 18 points in all.
He's too quick for Luke Walton on the perimeter.
And Walton is open for 3.
Through his assortment of injuries this year, he's really found his shooting touch in this postseason.
J.R. Smith is back. Shot the ball well in the first half. Takes to the rim and draws the foul. So J.R. will head to the line. The foul is committed by Walton. That's his third. Lakers able to turn things around after the Nuggets took the lead briefly. Lakers have hit on their last 6 shots after missing their previous 6. So J.R. Smith in his 4th NBA season, drafted straight out of high schools, St. Benedict's Prep in Newark, New Jersey. Well, parenting isn't easy. How's that for a segue? Watching TV's Funniest Family is. This June, the Bill Engvall Show is back. Catch all new episodes of the true family comedy June 12th at 9 only on TBS.
Very funny.
Yes. Bryant, too strong, rebounded by Nahara. Denver in possession. They're down by 7. Here's Camby. It is a charge.
Marcus Camby kind of got a little bit ahead of himself right there, out of control. Kobe Bryant recognized that, stood right there, took the charge.
Third foul on Camby. The Lakers at 57-25 in the regular season, best record in the West. Gasol not able to get to it off the steal. Smith setting it up. This is a matchup of the #1 seed and the #8. Anthony. Rebounded by Nahara. Tough pass to handle for Iverson. Here's Vujicic, who just checked back in for Gasol, and a foul on Smith.
Well, Kobe on the defensive end right here. A little miscommunication there by Nahara and AI. Kobe finds himself with the basketball. 3-on-1 break.
Two shots for Pau Gasol, one of several huge trades of guys who ended up on Western contenders. We're talking Gasol, Shaq, and Jason Kidd.
Well, pretty good numbers there for Pau and Shaquille, but I'm sure everyone is scratching their head with Jason Kidd and what Mark Cuban has done, and now in lieu of what the New Orleans Hornets going to Dallas 2-0. But Jason Kidd, now I've played him in the playoffs when he was with New Jersey. He's going to be ready for game 3. He's a competitor.
Foul on Falmar. But when a team goes down 2-0 on the visiting court, how often do you hear people around the country saying this series is over, and then
right.
The team wins back at home, which certainly could happen, and suddenly it's a new series. You take a completely different outlook as to what has taken place.
All Dallas has to do is win game 3, and everyone's going to be scratching their head saying they can win the next 4 out of 5. And that's basically kind of what goes on. You kind of deflate the ball a little bit when you win those first 2 games. When you're at home, you did what you're supposed to do.
Although the Hornets look pretty good in doing so. And
this ball looks fantastic.
I don't know,
doing it.
Don't know if the Mavs have an answer for Chris Paul. That is deflected out, last touched by J.R. Smith.
You got to remember, Phoenix Suns going home down love 2 against, but I'm telling you, San Antonio, as Kobe goes up with a jam.
Points for Bryant, who scored 20 in the first quarter. At one point of the first half, hit 10 consecutive shots. Final minute of the third. Walton around Camby. Camby kind of reached for it, tried to knock it away, did not go for the block as Walton protected it. The Lakers lead by 10.
The Nuggets took the lead early in this third quarter. The Lakers have erased that, and now they have that same 10-point lead they had at halftime.
Iverson for 3. Yes. The lead is down to 7. Allen Iverson shot 35% from beyond the arc in regular season play. Lakers hoping for a final shot of this third quarter. Bryant kicks it out. Vujicic for 3. He has been such a valuable guy off the bench. Here comes Iverson, gets it off. Got a good look on that last second shot.
Coach, 25 points by Kobe in the first half. Here in the third quarter, only 2 field goals. He's done a terrific job distributing the ball. Talk about how the offense is clicking.
Well, we got struggling there for a while. We got in the zone and we didn't move the ball the right way, and we got ourselves in a situation where they got some points and came back in the game. But at the end of the quarter, the last 4 or 5 minutes, we were able to shake ourselves loose a little bit.
They have 2 of the top 4 scorers, obviously, in Allen Iverson and in Carmelo Anthony. What are your defensive philosophies to stop them here in the fourth quarter?
Stop penetration. You know, keep the lanes closed. You saw we tried to close the lane on Carmelo at the end of the quarter. Iverson got a 3-pointer. We have to live with that right now.
And the fourth quarter gets underway as J.R. Smith turned it over. Lamar Odom back on the floor. Rejected by Camby, and then a foul on Odom. That's number 5. Odom had been sitting for a good portion of the third quarter after picking up number 4, and he will go back to the bench, replaced by Walton.
Well, he had good intentions right here with the ball fake. I felt he should have gave it up to Vujicic in the corner, but this is going to be a loss because he's going to be on the bench here until the 5-minute mark of this quarter at least.
Lamar, who played so well in game 1, not able to get into it. He's been in foul trouble. Iverson stopped by Farmar. Iverson, yes. Second effort by Allen Iverson. Went to the second option, and he now has 22 points. 89-81, Lakers. They have led by as many as 12. Vujicic, 4 and 3. And the rebound is handled by Nahara. Plays are now up front with Camby and Nahara. Iverson and Smith at the guards. Here's Camby way off.
Now we give Marcus Camby that shot all night. He's capable of hitting it when he's gotten it going, but not tonight.
Here's Vujicic from the other side from downtown. That's his third three-pointer.
Well, his nickname, the Machine.
Well, that nickname came about because he's the self-proclaimed as J.R. Smith comes right back with a 3. Bryant tried to break, but the Nuggets got back. Nice look away, and Walton is able to put it home. But Sasha Vujicic was calling himself in practice the Machine, and some of his teammates said, you're the Machine at 12 noon. Iverson, yes. But Sasha has come a long way, and now his teammates say, now you've earned the nickname. You can call yourself the Machine because he's done a good job hitting his shots off the bench, as has Jordan Farmar.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant has done a great job, 30 points, but being a facilitator, finding his teammates.
Farmar. That was a three-point attempt that would not drop. Smith from downtown again.
Back-to-back threes. A quick way to get into this game.
17 for J.R. Smith. Denver within 5.
Now they're packing in that zone again, forcing the Lakers to take outside shots.
Bryant for Gasol. And as you mentioned, Kobe involved right here at the start of the fourth quarter trying to set up teammates.
And this is the patience that Phil Jackson was talking about against the zone. Few passes and get into the gap, make something happen.
Camby again, an air ball. The lead for Bryant, and he's fouled by Nahara. Third on Nahara. Bryant will head to the line when we come back. Denver takes a timeout. So what started out as a season of turbulence for the Lakers ends up with a record of 57-25 and top spot in the Western Conference. Vujicic missing that time on a 3. He's knocked down 3 from downtown. 96-89. Lakers in front of Denver. Game 2 of his best of 7. Here's Iverson. And he is heating up here in the fourth quarter. 26 points for Iverson.
Well, that was one of the concerns from Phil Jackson. He talked about penetration. They got to find a way to keep Allen Iverson out of the middle.
Bryant for Walton, and a foul.
You know, you kind of touched on it before. There's two players that we really haven't talked about, Andrew Bynum and Trevor Ariza for the Lakers. These are two players that possibly could be back. Trevor Ariza maybe in this series. Bynum, we've been told, possibly not till the second round if the Lakers do advance. Key pieces to the puzzle.
Pau Gasol giving the Lakers a 98-91 lead. Phil Jackson saying that Bynum has taken a setback in his recovery process. He's still sore, has that dislocated kneecap and bone bruise. Trevor Ariza, who can't wait to get back into action. Martin is called for the offensive foul, but Ariza recovering from a broken right foot. He has another MRI scheduled for Friday. For Martin, it's number 4. And there is Ariza, who's playing very well before suffering the injury.
And the reason why he was brought here is to guard players like Tracy McGrady and Manu Ginobili.
Yes, he's an excellent defensive player.
Defender.
Lakers by 7. 7.5 remaining here in the fourth. Farmar. Martin able to recover, get a piece of it. And here's Walton for 3. Crowd looking for a foul.
Martin got to be careful. He almost picked up his 5th right there on a cheap one.
Iverson met by Bryant. Anthony posting up. Anthony, strong move. A power move against Walton.
You know, this is easy for me to say. I'm sitting over here next to you, Marvelous. But if the Nuggets could come and put together some defensive stops, they're only down 5 points, but they can't stop anyone.
And that has been the case throughout the season, although they will point to stats that Marcus Camby puts up. Gasol not able to hit. Chased down though by Vujacic. They get the new shot clock. Bryant pulls it back. Goes at Nahara. Got the step. Yes. And it counts.
That's what you call dancing right here. Kobe Bryant put a series of moves on Nahara right here. A little crossover, a little in between, a little Michael Jackson pirouette, and then the finish. Look at the little dance right here. Okay, you want that? Nope, I'll give you this. And then let me go in here and finger roll a little bit.
Daniel Martin picked up the foul trying to help out. That's 5 on Martin. Kobe hearing the chant of MVP, looking for his 33rd point. But getting back to what you were saying about the lack of defense on the part of the Nuggets, they say, hey, we have Marcus Camby, leads the league in blocked shots. Look at the steals. We lead the league with 9, but those...
That's fool's gold.
Yeah, right.
That's fool's gold because that's Allen Iverson and that's Carmelo Anthony getting beat, and that's Kenyon Martin as well as Marcus Camby coming over blocking shots in help defense.
Rare miss for J.R. Smith. Little show the ball move by Fisher. Now Anthony guarding Bryant. And he felt he was fouled on that 3-point attempt. Here comes Smith. Anthony, and he is hit. Foul committed by Bryant.
And that was a frustration call right there by Kobe Bryant.
Second foul on Bryant. Anthony to the line where he's hit 3 of 3. Well, you can go to the expanded TNT Overtime on NBA.com and check out Reggie's mailbag, where you can ask Reggie Miller his latest fashion tips. Is that right, Mr. GQ?
Absolutely correct. We answer everything.
I'm just reading the promotional card. TNT Overtime at NBA.com, where you can get TNT NBA Thursdays, 7 days a week. $21 points for Anthony.
Well, George Karl said if it was a manageable game in the fourth, which it is, right now the Nuggets down by 7 points, Coach Karl was going to talk about taking the ball out of Kobe Bryant's hands, trying to make someone else beat them.
Gasol getting position on Martin, and the foul for Martin. It is number 6. As Pau Gasol goes to the line, and here's a guy who began playing basketball at the age of 9, growing up in Barcelona, Spain in his early teens. Says he had posters in his room of Michael Jordan, Penny Hardaway, and Reggie Miller.
Yeah, right.
I made that up.
I know.
And then he helped lead the Spanish national team to the junior world title by the age of 18, originally a 3rd overall pick in the draft by Atlanta, acquired by the Grizzlies. Foul is called, and Laker fans felt that Sasha Vujacic was pushed, and now Bennett Salvatore talking it over with fellow official Louis Grillo.
Well, they're calling the first one, and that's on Vujacic, but I won't be surprised if Smith gets a technical for the second one, somewhat the slap in Vujacic's face right there. So there's a foul on Vujacic, but a technical on J.R. Smith.
And that is the call. You know, you look back at game 1, Reggie, it wasn't quite as heated as the first 2 games of, let's say, Cleveland, Washington. But game 1 had its moments. Denver picked up 4 technical fouls, including 2 on Allen Iverson, that resulted in his ejection late in the game. So Bryant now is 34. J.R. Smith had a flagrant foul 1. And there you see the reaction by Smith. A little overreaction by Vujacic, but he did take his shot. And there are a number of hard hits in game 1. Playoff style fouls, as you would say.
An offensive foul on Carmelo Anthony against Luke Walton. Extended that right arm.
And a technical has just been called. The technical on Allen Iverson. And the Nuggets are now losing their composure.
Yeah, they're losing their composure very much the same way they did in game 1.
And there's lots of time remaining. And it's only a 10-point game. So here's Bryant once again shooting a technical.
Right here, Carmelo kind of just leans with that right shoulder down low. A little bit of acting on Luke Walton.
And then Iverson took exception to the call and was hit with a tee. Gasol and Camby in a battle down low. There's Bryant for 3. Yes. Timeout, Denver. Bryant with 38 points. And Kobe within 1 assist of his playoff career high. Here's Iverson. That shot contested from behind. Fisher for Gasol, and it's picked off. Iverson saw that coming. Iverson on the move. Foul is called on the Lakers. That's a 3 on Bryant. So Iverson fouled in the act. Will shoot 2. 26 points, 10 of 20 from the field, 6 assists for Iverson. And again, the Nuggets having their ups and downs at the line. Not quite as bad as the other day when they were 23 of 37.
You know, there's still some weapons on the floor for the Nuggets. Glazer, who's always had the Lakers numbers. You've got Carmelo, J.R. Smith, who's played fantastic tonight, and Allen Iverson. So, I know there's less than 5 minutes left, but you still got to compete and play hard to try to send a message as you go home.
Lays it defending on Bryant. Oh, he banks it home. 40 points for Bryant.
I'm telling you, he's shaking his head like MJ did when he was looking at you and Magic in that game 1 against Portland when he went 6 of 10 from long range.
And here is Iverson coming up short on a three-point attempt, and a foul committed by Anthony. Yes, that was the NBA Finals. I should point out the czar, Mike Fratello, was also at the table, and he claims that George was looking at him.
Look at the pump fake right here, the up and under. Well, he's trying to send a message over to George Karl and the Denver Nuggets. And Kobe's played fairly well in Denver in years past, and not this year because it really hasn't been needed. It's been a team effort, 3-0 regular season win.
And certainly has heard the crowd reaction back in Colorado. Luke Walton now with a season high 18 points, and he's within 1 point of a playoff career high. Yeah, I know you're going to look in my direction.
Where to jinx him?
Can only be a jinx if he actually hears it. Good job by Vujacic defensively. And now Bryant called for the reach-in, chasing Iverson. And both teams now over the foul limit. Iverson back to the line. A reminder, national coverage of the NBA playoffs continues tomorrow on NBA TV. Game 3 between the Magic and the Raptors. Friday on ESPN2, Game 3, Pistons and Sixers. Pistons able to tie the series earlier tonight after that startling win by Philadelphia in Game 1 at the Palace. Also Friday on ESPN, a couple of Game 3s, Hornets and Mavs, Spurs and Suns. Sunday on ABC, Game 4 between the Cavaliers and Wizards, followed by Game 4 of San Antonio and Phoenix. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. The Lakers have pulled away. Denver did come within 5. Bryant to the rim. He has been unstoppable.
And there's no help on that baseline when he goes. Marcus Camby or someone has to rotate over.
Anthony. He was expecting contact, and the shot got away from him. Bryant with 12 of his 42 here in the fourth. Foul is called as Bryant was trying to cut away from Kleza, and Kleza made contact with Denver over the limit. Bryant to the line where he has connected on 6 of 6. And again, the chance of MVP. The votes are in, it should be pointed out, because
they are.
The ballots must be in by last week, right at the end of the regular season. Kobe Bryant's career playoff high, 50. He did it May 4th of 2006, as you see, a 50-point game against the Phoenix Suns. It's his first miss at the line, and the ball is deflected out, and a foul is called on Fisher, and then he's hit with a technical. Did not like the call. So the loose ball foul on Fisher for a push. And then off the argument, he was teed up by Monty McCutcheon.
Well, you got to keep your composure in times like this. He felt that he was pushed from behind by J.R. Smith, and that's what caused him to trip into Allen Iverson.
So Iverson knocks down the technical free throw. And the foul on Fisher with the Lakers over the limit will give Iverson 2 additional shots. But Denver without a field goal over the last 4 minutes. Iverson now 9 of 13 at the line. We're down to 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. We'll be on hand in Denver at the Pepsi Center Saturday, 5:30 Eastern time, right here on TNT. Denver went 33-8 at home during the regular season, their best home record since back in the 88-89 campaign.
You have the altitude up there as well. That's going to play a factor.
And that can affect color commentating, too. Keep that in mind. Here's Bryant for three. Yes!
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Oh, Kobe checking you out, Reggie. Glazer. Anthony is fouled. So Kobe Bryant with 46 points. And he's playing to the man to my right.
No, I think he might be looking at you. He's not looking at me, but 27-footer. Oh, now he's putting his guns in his holsters now. Oh, this is Kobe Bryant at his best right here. You've got one of the premier players on the biggest stage in Los Angeles with the chance. Now he's getting into it with J.R. Smith. They're both going at it a little bit, jawing. And you know what? These two teams are going to start getting testy towards one another. That was towards you, Marvelous.
You know, he is a student of history, and you mentioned the Michael Jordan scenario in the NBA Finals against Portland. Lakers by 16. The conversation continues between Bryant and Smith. And here comes Bryant going right at Smith. He scores and the foul.
So you can't let that happen if you're J.R. Smith. Because if you're going to be jawing back and forth and he drives like that, there's no way he should get the ball above his waist right there. And now, if I'm Phil Jackson, I got to think about sitting Kobe, because if Kobe goes to drive to the lane, there's no way that should happen if you're J.R. Smith. If you guys are going back and forth at one another, and he drives like that, as Charles would say, you got to knock him on his behind.
That's 49 for Bryant. 19 of the 49 in this fourth quarter. He scores 20 in the first quarter. He scores 19 and counting here in the fourth. Here's Glazer. He's off the mark. And he thought he was fouled. So Kobe, one away from equaling a playoff career high. But they may get him out of here, as you mentioned. In fact, Kobe Carl, the son of Denver head coach George Karl, checks in along with Jordan Farmar, and Bryant and Fisher will sit down. 49 points, 10 assists for Bryant. And we're trying to check it out, although George Karl mentioned it to us earlier as Yakuba Diawara just came on, was able to score, that this is probably the first time in the NBA that a head coach has faced his son in a playoff game. Jordan Farmar continues the onslaught. So the Lakers, who put up 128 points on Denver in game one, have scored 122, and now it's been confirmed. Our staff is right on it. It is the first father-son combination to face each other in NBA playoff history. Let's check in with Craig.
John said he'll explain to you later.
Did we cut in on a personal conversation?
I guess so.
A minute 20 left in the fourth. Craig was making dinner plans for after the game. And here's Smith. He tried to stuff it, and he's fouled by Benga. Well, earlier we asked you, what do the Nuggets have to do to come up with a victory here in Los Angeles?
Well, they were going to have to clog the middle, and Los Angeles has as many points in the paint as Denver. The zone diet, they played a lot of zone, but 12 threes for the Lakers and spread the wealth. Not enough assists. 12 assists on 37 field goals. And that's not going to get it done. 29, I wanted them to get 29 plus assists, only 12.
And as our statistician Brian Taylor points out, Kobe Bryant, before he left just a moment ago, had scored 16 of the Lakers' last 17 points. Now, apparently Craig is ready, has his post-game plans all set. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Mark, we talk about Kobe Carl obviously being coached against the other team, which is George Karl. I asked Phil Jackson how he felt about one of his players having dinner with the opposing coach tonight before a game. He said, Kobe Carl actually asked me to be all right. And I said, use your own judgment. I talked to George today. I said, how was the dinner? He said, it was miserable. I looked across the table. I didn't see my son. All I saw was a Laker. And on top of that, he was trash talking me. But I did pick up the tab and went home.
Nice that he picked up the check.
That's nice of Father. The father's going to have to contemplate going back to the drawing board for game 3. I thought Martin did a fabulous job against Kobe in game 1. Kobe got off to that rough start, 2 of 10, ended up 9 of 24 and 32 points in game 1. But tonight, Kobe got it going early offensively, 20 points in that first quarter, 25 for the half, and was more of the facilitator the start of the second half. Pau Gasol struggled in that first half. He got going. So what is George Karl going to do in game 3?
And that'll be Saturday afternoon right here on TNT, starting at 5:30 Eastern time. Here's Benga, who just came back. Down to 20 seconds to go as the Lakers make it 11 of the last 12 against the Nuggets here at Staples, and all-time 16 of 18. Thanks to our producer, Scooter Bertino, director, Renardo Lowe, and our statistician, Brian Taylor. A classic performance for Kobe Bryant. 49 points, one off his playoff career high. He shoots 18 of 27, 10 assists, one shy of his playoff career high. Just an explosive all-around performance by Kobe, who then got into it in the final minutes. Little trash talking between Bryant and J.R. Smith. The high point men for Denver. Allen Iverson had 31. Carmelo Anthony did not shoot well. Finished with 23, and J.R. Smith 6 of 12.